Anthony Hopkins, 88 years old in 2026, became a defining screen villain as Hannibal Lecter in 1991 and continues taking film roles today. Robert De Niro, 82 years old in 2026, won an Oscar in The Godfather Part 2 without speaking English on screen and earned another nomination in 2024. Al Pacino, 85 years old in 2026, rose to fame as the reluctant heir in The Godfather and became a father again in his 80s. Meryl Streep, 76 years old in 2026, holds more Academy Award nominations than any actor in history. Michael Caine, 92 years old in 2026, retired from acting in 2023, then returned to the screen 2 years later. Morgan Freeman, 88 years old in 2026, did not become a film star until Driving Miss Daisy at 52. Judi Dench, 91 years old in 2026, became internationally famous relatively late, cast as M in Goldeneye at 60. Jane Fonda, 88 years old in 2026, won her first Oscar for Clute and has spent decades as an activist alongside acting. Clint Eastwood, 95 years old in 2026, directed a full feature film, Juror No. 2, well into his 90s. Helen Mirren, 80 years old in 2026, did not win an Oscar until The Queen at 61, after decades of British theater work. Dick Van Dyke, 100 years old in 2026, became the oldest daytime Emmy winner in history at 98. Harrison Ford, 84 years old in 2026, earned his first ever Emmy nomination decades after Star Wars made him a star. Samuel L. Jackson, 77 years old in 2026, became the highest-grossing actor in box office history after decades of supporting roles. Sophia Loren, 91 years old in 2026, returned to film at 86 after years away, earning some of the best reviews of her career. Sylvester Stallone, 80 years old in 2026, sold his own dog to pay rent shortly before Rocky made him famous. Jim Carrey, 64 years old in 2026, once worked as a school janitor after his family lost their home. Halle Berry, 59 years old in 2026, slept in a homeless shelter at 21 before becoming the first black woman to win Best Actress. Dolly Parton, 80 years old in 2026, grew up with 11 siblings in a one-room cabin with no electricity. Hilary Swank, 51 years old in 2026, once slept in a car with her mother while chasing an acting career. Mark Wahlberg, 55 years old in 2026, left school at 14 in working-class Boston before building a film career. Chris Pratt, 47 years old in 2026, lived in a van on a Hawaiian beach before a chance encounter led to acting. Leonardo DiCaprio, 51 years old in 2026. His mother drove him hours each day to a better school before he found fame. Jamie Foxx, 58 years old in 2026, was raised by his grandparents in small-town Texas. Whoopi Goldberg, 70 years old in 2026, grew up in a New York housing project and later became one of the few EGOT winners. Diane Keaton, 80 years old in 2026, won an Oscar for Annie Hall and later became known for renovating historic homes. Jack Nicholson, 89 years old in 2026, broke through with Easy Rider and has largely stepped back from acting since 2010. Diane Ladd, 90 years old in 2026, a veteran actress across 7 decades and mother of actress Laura Dern. Christopher Lloyd, 87 years old in 2026, best known as Doc Brown, a role he has revisited in projects for decades. June Squibb, 96 years old in 2026, earned an Oscar nomination in her 80s and led an action comedy in her 90s. James Hong, 97 years old in 2026, worked steadily for 7 decades before reaching new audiences in Everything Everywhere All at Once. Ed Harris, 75 years old in 2026, earned acclaim in Apollo 13 and The Truman Show and continues acting today. Joan Collins, 93 years old in 2026, became a household name on Dynasty in the 1980s. Jeffrey Rush, 75 years old in 2026, won an Oscar for Shine after decades primarily on the Australian stage. Malcolm McDowell, 83 years old in 2026, became iconic in A Clockwork Orange and has worked steadily ever since. John Cleese, 86 years old in 2026, co-created Monty Python and has continued writing and performing for decades. Eric Idle, 83 years old in 2026, co-created Monty Python and later wrote the musical Spamalot. Robert Downey Jr., 61 years old in 2026, went from being considered uninsurable by studios to playing Iron Man and winning an Oscar. Scarlett Johansson, 41 years old in 2026, debuted at 10 years old and later briefly became the highest-grossing lead actor in history. William Shatner, 95 years old in 2026, became the oldest person to travel to space at 90, decades after playing Captain Kirk. Patrick Stewart, 86 years old in 2026, did not find international fame until Star Trek at 46 after years on the British stage. Rita Moreno, 94 years old in 2026, won an Oscar for West Side Story in 1962 and returned to the same story in the 2021 remake. Sandra Bullock, 62 years old in 2026, broke through with Speed and later starred in one of Netflix's most watched films ever. Kurt Russell, 75 years old in 2026, began as a Disney child star and has led major films for 6 consecutive decades. Salma Hayek, 59 years old in 2026, moved from Mexican telenovelas to becoming an Oscar-nominated Hollywood producer. David Hasselhoff, 74 years old in 2026, known for Knight Rider and Baywatch, and later embraced a self-aware comedic comeback. Andie MacDowell, 68 years old in 2026, broke through in 4 Weddings and a Funeral, and later became known for embracing her natural gray hair publicly. Patrick Dempsey, 60 years old in 2026, became a heartthrob on Grey's Anatomy and later built a serious career as a race car driver. Owen Wilson, 57 years old in 2026, co-wrote Bottle Rocket with Wes Anderson before later joining the Loki television series.